Hi, this is Kimberly Benjamin, and I am doing this particular training, this particular live for individuals like yourself. I know right now in our day and age, we have a lot going on with people having to be home, being quarantined, being away from other individuals, or just staying home and staying put. And I recognize that could be a challenge for some of you. I've had a meeting or a conversation with one of my clients, and she said, Kimberly, I just got news that my job, they're letting us work from home, but I don't know what to do. I don't know how I'm going to fill in all of my hours at work. She's never worked from home before. And I told her, I said, well, that's something I've been doing for years. So I can give you tips on that one. So this particular video is for anyone that's at home and you're wondering how these next 15 days or 30 days are going to look like with you being at home, and what are you going to be able to do? What can you do? How can you stay productive? How can you stay active? How can you keep your insanity, being able to be home and get things done and not just feel so worried or frustrated or just don't know what to do because you're not used to being home? So this particular video is a general video. I'll do another one for business owners this evening. But as you're joining in, feel free to type down hello. Let me know where you're viewing from, because I really believe this video right here is going to just go all over the place. And my goal is to make sure that you get some ideas, some tips, put together a schedule, put together a plan, so that even if you're at home and you don't want to be at home, or you're locked in a particular room and you need something to do, my goal is that this helps you. So hi, my name is Kimberly Benjamin. I'm a master HR compliance coach and a business coach as well. And I help businesses, individuals like yourself, to stay legal and compliant with employment laws, as well as job seekers to find jobs, to really land that type of career, that job that they want, to help business owners to be able to grow or start a business. And we'll talk more about that. I'll do another video for the business people out there as well. But let's focus on everyone in general right now. A lot has been going on in our world regarding needing to be quarantined, needing to just kind of stay put. We've seen in the media all over the place that companies are allowing people to work from home. Events are being shut down. It's important that we're not in large groups at events. I know a lot of events are being canceled. But I just want to encourage you that even though all of that's happening, you still can be productive. You still can finally do those things that you're supposed to be doing that we kind of neglected when we kind of let our busyness of the day-to-day just kind of just take and run havoc with our lives. So if you haven't grabbed a pen, you may want to get one. Get a pen, get a notepad, because I have a list of 65 things that we can do, things you need to do while we're being quarantined, or while you're at home or working from home, or just needing to be at home during this time. So the very first thing that you may want to write down, and I want you to write down the numbers, because I'm really going to do a count of these 65 things. And for those of you that are catching a replay, you may want to rewind this back or try to get back to that number, because I really do want to know what items are you going to do? What are some of those activities you're going to do? And by you making a list 1 through 65 on your sheet, it's going to help you to be organized, as well as let me know what are you going to do during this time as well. So number one, this could be a great time for you to shred paperwork. A lot of us have things here at our homes, right? Personal paperwork, personal documents, bills, etc., that we've been meaning to shred. And I know we may have shredders in our house we haven't used, or you've used it and kind of set it aside. Now is a good time for you to go ahead and pull out that stack of stuff that you need to shred, so that you're able to get rid of that confidential information. You have the time now here at your house where you're able to do that. So shredding confidential paperwork is definitely one of the things that I would recommend. Number two for you, it's important now that you can delete your messages. A lot of us, we live by our phones. Like right now, I'm doing this video by my phone. But now that you have that phone in your hand, make sure, first of all, that you keep it clean. So keep making sure that it is clean. You don't have any bacteria, viruses on your phone, because we know the phone is one of the things that have a lot of germs. And if you didn't know that, just be mindful of who you're giving your phone to, how often you're picking up, where you're laying it down. But keep that clean, because that's the thing that you keep placing close to your face, right? So make sure that your phone is kept clean and sanitized. But now we have all this time on our hands. Make sure you pull that phone out. This could be a great time for you to go ahead and delete the old messages, delete the apps that you haven't really been using, but go ahead and delete. And if you're like me, I have a lot of motivational scriptures and quotes and images on my phone. A lot of you know that I am a photographer as well, so I like taking pictures. I've enjoyed that as well. So I'm the person who has a lot of images on my phone. So now it could be a perfect time for you to go ahead and start deleting and organizing your images or organizing your files on your computer, on your phone, deleting things that you need to delete so you can clear up and get more space on your phone. Another tip, number 3, delete old email messages. So I know it seems like it's kind of hard with spam, right? How do we really get past it? Can we really eliminate spam? But now we have the time. You have the time where you can go ahead and start deleting those messages or setting up different types of systems so that you don't get those messages anymore. So looking at your systems and places you have on your computer, delete and get rid of that spam that you have. Here's a great time now as well to start cleaning up your computer. What are the files that you have on your computer that you need to delete, organize? Maybe you need to create some new folders, restructure some things. But now's a great time for you to go ahead and organize the files and folders on your computer as well. And excuse me for looking down. I'm actually looking down at my list. So that's the reason why I'm looking down right now. So forgive me for the lack of eye contact throughout this entire training, because I am a trainer. So I understand the importance of eye contact. So forgive me for that. Some other tips for you as well is you may want to identify scriptures for you to stand on. I know a lot of times we get busy. We say we're going to do it. We say we're going to go ahead and find scriptures, but there's a lot of fear happening right now. And it's important that you don't let that fear get inside of you and that you actually watch your words and your confession. And so for those of you that have Bibles or you can Google it and you have your phone now, you can go ahead and Google Bible verses and find some scriptures for you to stand on and repeat those things. Even if you have to record yourself saying it, speaking it over your family members, speaking it over your life, over yourself. But this is the time for you to identify those scriptures as well to stand on that can assist you to be strong during this time. Okay? Number 9, it's important that you do identify things that you can give away in your home. Now that we're in the house, we can't get away. Some of you may be still getting out and moving around. But again, this video, this training, this live right now is for you to start identifying what can you do in your home so you can have peace with this, okay? You can have peace with this. This can work out to your advantage. But take inventory of what you have in your home. This is the perfect time for you to organize and get rid of things that you don't need. Now that you can go to room in your home, but identify the things that you can give away and be a blessing to other people. And it will start with first you being able to look and see what you have and identifying what you can get rid of. There may be some clothing, some things you haven't worn in a while, and you know it's time for you to get rid of it, or you know of some people that may be in need as well. Perfect time to do that. And I know there are different types of activities and events where you can give away clothing items and things that you don't need. I know one particular with my sister's church, New Providence Baptist Church, they have that. They do that every year. It's been 20 years they've been doing it, 2 times a year. So more to come on that regarding the date of that particular event. But now it's a perfect time for you to purge, go through all your rooms in your home and identify what you need to keep and what you can give away. And by the way, these suggestions, these activities are good for you individually as well as your family members. So if you live in a home and you have children, you have other people living with you, you can also give them these different types of activities too, or you can do this together as a family, and that could really help, with bonding with your family as well. So those are some tips there regarding that. Number 10, now is a good time for you to cook a new dish. You have those recipe books, or you can use your phone again, use your laptop, and try out some new things. I know a lot of times we keep making the same things we've always had, but now's a good time to be creative. Have some fun, be creative, and try something different. Cook some different dishes. At least try one during this time period that we have here to be at home. Cook something different. Try something different. Number 11, you may want to join a Facebook group that you have an interest in. I know for me, I'm the leader of our Proverbs 31 Women Facebook group, as well as I have a Facebook group for job seekers, as well as I have a Facebook group for business owners. So this is a perfect time while you have this time with your phone, check out and see what other types of groups that's on Facebook that you may want to join. And I want to extend an invitation if you're someone that's looking for a job or want to make a career change, or you want to start a business, or you want to be around strong women of God who are getting motivated and having scriptures and Bible study and cooking tips and all that kind of stuff. I welcome you. I invite you to join our groups as well. And I'll give you or send the links or put the links after this video so that people can know about those particular groups. But check out Facebook, join different Facebook groups that are of interest to you. Check them out, see if that's a good fit for you or not, but it's a perfect time for you to be able to do that, right? You have this time to be able to do that, okay? So check out some different types of Facebook groups, okay? Here's another one you may want to do as well, is host a watch party. So for those of you who like watching movies, even here on this platform, on Facebook right now, I know this video will be shared on all media platforms, but you may want to check out some movies that you've seen or you watched before, or some of the videos you've watched before here on Facebook, and go ahead and just open up your profile page, hit that go live button, but there's a section that says watch party. Create your own watch party of things that can uplift people, your friends, your connections, as well as can be something that can motivate yourself as well. So again, you can host a watch party as well. I know in our Proverbs 31 Women group, we host them as well. We have movies that we show. So you can do that as well, just with your regular profile. So you can host a watch party. Number 14, here's something that you may want to do. We know a lot of churches right now, they're mindful of not congregating due to the virus, making sure that all their members stay safe and healthy. And so your church may also provide services online. So this could be a great opportunity for you to log in to your church's website, or follow, they probably have a Facebook page. I know mine does as well. And a lot of the churches that the ladies in our Proverbs 31 Women group, their church is streamed live. So you may want to go ahead and take this opportunity to check out the website and watch some past live streaming of services. Now think about that. That's one way to get fed, to stay encouraged. Go through and watch those previous live services. And again, you can host a Facebook watch and have a watch party, have other people to watch it as well. But that's one thing to do. I think a lot of times I love video. I'm a person that loves video. The church that I attend, I served on a television ministry and I love it. So for those of you that are watching, I love y'all and I miss y'all, all of y'all. So I was a camera operator and all that stuff. I love video. And I tell you, video can really minister to a lot of people. And it's something that we tend to forget, but it can be helpful for you too. You may need to, you're probably in that space where you need to be uplifted, reminded of certain things, remembering who you are in Christ yourself. So go through those old sermons, those old live streamings from your church as well. So you're able to stay strong and stand on the word and be mindful of what you're saying during this time as well. So make sure you're able to do that. Number 15, this is a great time for you to organize your basement. So if your basement is like mine, now I'm very organized, y'all. So I remember my father told me, he says, Kimberly, I'm organized, but I think you're more organized than I am. I'm like, okay, Daddy. But your basement may need some love, right? Need some attention. So this could be a great opportunity for you to identify, okay, yeah, this is a time for me to go ahead and go through those things that I have in the basement that I need to throw away, give away, etc. But be mindful of that. That could be a great opportunity for you. And a great family event, too. Great family event. Number 16, vacuuming each room. I know a lot of times we're busy. Some of you may have individuals that come and clean your home for you. But now that you have the time to be in your home, you may want to put together a cleaning schedule regarding what rooms are going to get cleaned, detailed, if you will, vacuumed. But vacuum every room. Get in those corners, wipe things down. Make sure your house and your home is clean and neat. Perfect time to be able to do that right now. Since we have all this time on our hands, praise God. We have all this time on our hands, okay? Number 18, rest. Take the time to rest. We're so busy being busy. This time right now, I count it as a blessing, no matter what's going on in the world, because I know that something's good's going to come out of this stuff. Yet, what are you standing on? You know? And I know my Proverbs 31 women out there, you're probably quoting scriptures in your head right now around that, knowing that we're going to be okay. So maybe this is time for you to slow down and rest. Get some rest. Be mindful and listen to your body. Be mindful when things change, what you may need to do. Do some research, read about certain things. But resting is important. It really is important. Number 19, again, listen to your body and make sure that you keep it moving. So be mindful of your home or wherever you are. You can still exercise and keep your body moving while you're in your home. We don't have to go somewhere to work out, even though you can for those of you that have memberships, etc. But be mindful, you can't go up and down those stairs in your home. You know, make sure you get up and you're stretching and you're bending. Be mindful of what you can do in your home. And while I'm here on YouTube or even on Facebook, but I know on YouTube you can do searches for exercises and then the videos will pop up and you can do those exercises in your home. And put that on your television or have your family exercise in the morning, etc. But that's something you still can do, even if you may not have a membership or can't leave the house. Okay? So make sure you get your exercise in. Number 20, FaceTime a friend. I can't think of a better time right now to reach out to friends and family members. Excuse me. So if you are quarantined and you're in your home and you really can't leave, that phone that you have, if you have the capability to FaceTime someone so you're able to call them and see their beautiful or handsome face, do that. I think that act alone will go a long way right now, right? Check on your family members, check on your friends, FaceTime them, and keep in contact with them. That's one good way to stay in contact with them during this time. So FaceTime your friends. Okay, even if they're in different states. Okay, that covers a couple of numbers here on my list. Number 22, spend time with God. Now, we already know that we have a lot on this list and they're in different orders, etc. But spend time with the Lord. Evaluate your relationship with your faith, with God and your faith. This could be a perfect opportunity for you to spend some time with Him and get some clarity and some direction. Increase your Bible study time, etc. This is a great time to be able to do that. Okay, so spend some time with God. Here's another one. Let me make sure I find it first here. 23, make sure you love on your family members and friends, particularly your family members. If they're in the home with you, etc. too. I think a lot of times we're busy. We tend to not eat dinner together. We tend to not have those true conversations to find out how they're doing. But take this time to slow down and just to spend time with your family members. Talk, ask, share. I remember years ago when we had the blackout. For those of you that can remember that, comment below. I remember. You remember the blackout we had? I don't know how many years it was, but it really impacted the entire world pretty much. And I remember me and my sister, we were hanging out with my father. And we were in his apartment and we were just talking and just asking questions and just spending quality time together. Use this time where you can spend quality time with your family member. This could be a great time to reconnect with them. Even teenagers and people that you're thinking they're always on their phone, etc. This could be a great time for you to start having some activities and some communication without using that technology. Utilize that time together with your family. It can be a blessing. I just remember that time spending time with my father and my sister, and that time is so precious. And so I'm thankful to have had the opportunity to do that, to hang out with him. And we made some life changes because of those conversations that we had as a family during that time. So open the lines of communication and really listen to your family members, to your children, your friends. Listen, be there for them and listen. Let's see here. Number 24, it really goes for business owners. I was trying to sort this list out so I can do another live for business owners. But for those of you that use Canva, Canva is a website where you can create things. This could be a perfect time for you to start creating your graphic images. And so I'm going to talk more about that on the next video that I do for business owners. But Canva, that's C-A-N-V-A, Canva. For those of you that aren't familiar with it, that's a great time for you to spend time creating your images that you need for your business. But we'll talk more about that on the business side. I realized I didn't remove it from this particular list. Okay. Number 25, create videos. I know some of you may be shy when it comes to creating a video or doing a live or coming out here on social media, but just think about how you really can impact someone. And I would suggest this to you. Really be humble and say, okay, who do I need to touch today? What do I need to say? Who am I here to serve today? And let the Lord reveal to you what you should say to them. Because how many of you would agree with me that we're in a day and age now where people really need to be loved on, cared for, right? We got to get rid of this fear that's happening right now in the world. And you may have an experience you want to share with people or something you may want to say that can really help someone that's connected with you on your network. So I want to encourage you all to think about going live and actually having a video and just talking to someone and being a blessing to someone during this time. So I do recommend that. Number 27 is for teenagers and the youth. This could be a wonderful time for you to talk to your parents. Talk to your parents. You may have something that you've been struggling with that you didn't really want anyone to know about, or you don't feel comfortable talking about that, but talk to your parents. We have this time now where we're here in the home, right? And I know deep down in your heart, you want to have that communication. You may want to have that better relationship with your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, etc. I know that we have been used to just letting you be alone. We've been, as parents and adults, we've kind of allowed technology to come in there and kind of take over that time that we really should be spending time with you. Take this time to spend time with your parents in the home and let them know how you feel. And one way to do that is you may want to come and create a list of questions. I know that's coming up later on here, but you may want to make a list of questions that you've always wanted to ask your parents. Always wanted to ask them. And then sit down and have that conversation with them. Now, for one, that's going to blow their minds alone because you're asking, like you're really inquiring about their life and what you want to know. But do that. Ask those questions. You'll be surprised to find out that they're very similar to you and it's easy to talk to. But it starts with the step. And parents aren't perfect. Mothers aren't perfect. Fathers aren't perfect. We aren't perfect. You're not perfect. So it's important to recognize that and just say, this is a fresh new start, a new beginning. I'm going to do better. I'm going to think of questions. I want to have conversations with my family member, mother, father, etc. Do that during this time. I want to encourage you to be able to do that. Okay. Number 30, forgive one another. If there's someone that comes to your mind that you need to forgive, spend this time to really forgive them if you haven't done so. Some of you may contact the person and just have a conversation, forgive, if the Lord placed that on your heart to do. Some of you may just say, I just need to just really let this person go and forgive and not hold on to things and to bless them. We know the Word of God says to bless. So you may end up being a blessing to that person in some type of way, but be mindful that it's important to forgive and not hold on to pain and not hold on to hurt. And as you can see, things in our world changes so often and frequently. Sometimes we forget to be thankful of the people that are in our lives, even if we may have had an argument with them. But I want to encourage you to forgive, to let go, and to forgive. Okay? And that can start with forgiving yourself. I think a lot of times we think of forgiveness, we think of, we have to forgive someone else. But if we were really honest with ourselves, we realize that there may be some things that we have been holding on to that we haven't forgiven ourselves of. So this could be a great time for you to start identifying that instead of going around it identifying that and loving on yourself better, as well as forgiving yourself, as well as forgiving the people that are popping in your mind right now, as the Lord is revealing to you who those people you may need to forgive. Okay, so great opportunity to do that while you have life and you have breath. Forgive, let it go, give it over to God, and forgive. Okay, let's see here. Number 31, identify ways of how you can love on someone without touching them. I think we're so used to high-fiving and hugging and having to touch. And we know that's one of the things that we have to be mindful of is how we're, who are we connected with, how we're touching them. There are lots of other ways that you can love on somebody and show that you love them without having to touch them. I want to encourage you to come up with a list. Really challenge yourself. How can I really show that I love this person? I appreciate this person. What can I do? What can I say? Etc. I'm going to challenge you to come up with a list. You can do it. And just go ahead and cross things off that list. Start doing it and crossing it off. And in the end, that person is going to be blessed because you're showing different ways of how you can love them. There's a book called His Needs, Her Needs, as well, that you may want to pull out, or I know it's coming up down the road. I'll mention it now. I forget what number it is on my list, but I'll mention it because it's going to come up. Now is a perfect time to go through your library. If you're like me, you have lots of books in your home. How about going through some of those books that were your favorite or some books you've been meaning to read? Go ahead, find them in your home, pull them out, and make this time during this 14 days, 30 days, however long that you have to isolate yourself during this time period and read. Pull out that book and read it. Okay? Let's see here. Here's another one. Number 34. And I think I'm kind of going out of order. I'm still going to go down the list here. But number 34, write a love letter to yourself. And mail it. I know that sounds crazy, but do it. A lot of us journal. How many of you journal? If you journal, comment down below that you journal. How many of you journal? So pick up your notepad, start journaling again, identifying what you're working on or what the Lord reveals to you to write down or just how you're feeling throughout this time. And then also write a letter to yourself. I would say write a letter and mail it. And remind yourself how awesome you are and how we're going to get through all of this stuff, right? Remind yourself of your goals, things that you still need to do. We still have time to be able to do that. So write a letter to yourself, mail it, and read that letter, okay? As well as journal. Pick up your journaling book, start journaling, documenting things. It's the perfect time to be able to do that as well. On the same type of topic there, write a letter to your friends. If there's someone that you need to write a letter to them and send it. Now, I'm not sure when was the last time you sent a letter to somebody, right? So this could be the perfect time. And if you're like me, you probably have cards somewhere in your house that you haven't used, that are birthday cards or get well soon cards or whatever. But this could be a perfect time for you to start sending a letter to the people that you really care for. Just imagine you getting letters from someone that you really care for in the mail right now. It would be really heartwarming to be able to receive that, right? So write a letter. Send out cards, write a letter. Be mindful of that. Let's see here. Number 36, look at all of the apps that you have on your phone and determine what you need to delete and keep. If you're like me, we have a lot of apps on our phone. Some of the apps you may not be, you don't use a lot. So you kind of just leave it on there and don't do anything with it. This could be the perfect time for you to get familiar with what are the apps that you have on your phone that you need to start using. And I submit to you this, you may have a lot of resources there on that phone that you didn't realize because you didn't know how to use it. So you can take this time to get comfortable with and play around with the different apps that you have on your phone so you're able to use it in your business or just in your personal life to be more productive. So get familiar with those apps, and for the ones you don't need, delete them, get rid of them so you can open up and have space on your phone to use it for other things, okay? But be familiar with those apps that you do have on your phone. Number 37, watch how-to videos on YouTube. So if there's something you've always wanted to learn how to do, etc., you can go ahead and go to YouTube, Google those type of videos to learn how to do something, and take this as an opportunity to be trained. So depending upon the topic that you want to learn more about, just know that there could be a how-to video out there that can show you how to do certain things. So be mindful of that as well. Number 39, and of course, again, these are not any type of ranking order, but 39, you may want to take this time to actually read the Bible. Read chapters out of the Bible. Read the Bible with your family, with your friends. Take this time to be able to do that. And you may have a Bible in your home. Pull it out. It could be a perfect opportunity to start having those conversations with your loved ones, as well as helping you with your Bible study as well. Okay. I've already mentioned it before, but number 41 is to find a book in your home and read it. A lot of you may have a library or books that you purchased, but you really haven't read the entire book. This could be a perfect time to be able to do that as well. So get familiar with and identify some of the books that you're going to pull out. And for those of you watching the live or watching the replay, feel free to take a picture of the cover of the book and put it in our thread so we can see the different types of books that you'll be reading during this time. And who knows, you could be a blessing to someone else. So the perfect time to find a book and to read it. Number 42 is you may want to go ahead and look at those old magazines. Now, how many of you have old magazines? You got magazine subscriptions? Anybody out there? You may have a stack of them that you've been wanting to go through or get rid of. This could be a perfect time to go through those magazines, keep what you want to keep out of it, or the articles or whatever, if you're like me, and then know what you're going to take to recycle down the road. But go through those magazines. I know a lot of us have those magazines that come to our homes, our catalogs. I know we just want to get rid of them because sometimes we don't even go through all of them, right? But that could be a perfect time for you to go through those magazines, keep what you want, and get rid of what you don't need, and you can recycle them as well. Number 43, call a friend. Who is that person you haven't really spent that much time with? Just imagine being able to hear their voice right now during this time. Give them a call. Surprise them. Call them. And I like FaceTiming because especially now that we are in our homes, it could be a great way to still see them and feel like they're close to you when you see their face. But call people that the Lord places on your heart for you to call. Whoever's coming to your mind now, write their names down and make sure you give them a call or FaceTime them so you're able to see their beautiful or handsome face and just have a great conversation with them. I think they will really appreciate it. So make sure you identify some friends and family members to call. And that goes for family members too. So 43 was calling a friend. 44 is calling a family member. Now 45. You may want to go to YouTube, like I mentioned, and find some workout videos. So go to YouTube, find some workout videos so you can exercise at home. So just because you're at home doesn't mean you can't exercise. You can still be able to exercise. Number 46, again, like I've mentioned, delete apps from your phone, things that you don't use. Number 47, now is a great time for you to start a business. And throughout this month, I'll be posting some training for job seekers and for business owners as well. And also I'm going to share with you how you can join our Facebook groups for job seekers and business owners as well, or people that want to start a business. So more to come on that. You're going to see a lot more videos this month on those topics, but now could be a great time for you to do something with that idea that the Lord has given you regarding business. You're now at home. You're able to be more focused, spending more time with Him. You're not busy running around doing everything else. You're able to kind of just be home and focused and get that notepad out and just start writing down what it reveals to you, writing down what you need to be doing. If you're like me, because I like to write things down and have checklists, I venture to tell you this, that you probably already have the list somewhere in your house. So find that notepad that you've written down the idea that God gave you to do, to start the business or etc. pull it out, find it again, revisit it again, and then pick up wherever you left off, or do the next thing that he had placed in your heart for you to do regarding that. But now is a great time to do something with it, because now you're able to focus on it, okay, and not be having to do a whole lot of things that's fighting for your attention. So great time to start a business. And again, I will be having videos for business owners, and I will be doing a challenge and having some training for people to know how to start a business in 31 days. So if that's you and you're saying, Kimberly, I really do want to be able to learn how to start a business, at least get started, comment down below. I want to start a business. Comment below, and I'll know that's you. But we will be doing some trainings for business owners, as well as having a platform you can come on over and join us so we can help you to learn how to start a business in 31 days. That's coming this month, okay? So for those of you, if that's you, stay tuned, but comment below as well, or send me a private message so I'm able to connect with you and get you into our group, okay? 48, it's a perfect time now for you to update your resume. Now, I know a lot of times people say, I know I need to update my resume, and they never do. And I am a professional resume writer. I won't assume that you know that about me, but I am a professional resume writer. Now is the perfect time for you to finally pull that resume out and add your current job on there, or add your accomplishments on there, or say, okay, I need to go ahead and get my resume evaluated. It's a perfect time to do it. So while you're at home, find that resume, send it to me. My email address is kbenjamin@hrstrategiesplus.com. That's kbenjamin@hrstrategiesplus.com. I'll put that down in the comments. Send me your resume so you can get a courtesy evaluation, so we really can get started with your resume if you need a new one, okay? But now's a perfect time to be able to do that. And for some of you, you may be very happy where you are. I'm happy for you, seriously. So if that's you, great. It's always best, though, to make sure you're prepared if you want to be promoted, or if you have to apply for another position, that you do have a document that's currently updated. So if that's you, still would like to have an honor to review what you have, to give you a courtesy evaluation as well, okay? So perfect time to get your resume evaluated. Perfect time for us to be working on that resume together. And for some of you, I'm 49. Number 49, you may have been looking for a job, or you've thought about it. It's a perfect time for you to really focus in on that thing. Employers are still doing things online. As you can see all over the world, companies are having their employees work from home. Schools, universities, training institutions are now going online. I am a trainer, a teacher. I've been a professor at U of M as well. So our world is still the same. And as HR professionals, we post our jobs on different job boards. So our world is still the same. So if you're a job seeker and you're looking to look for a new position, etc., that's still happening. Nothing's changed with that. So now it's even more important that you have your resume ready, so you can start spending this time over these next 14 days to 30 days, etc., submitting your resume to jobs that you want. But you have to be ready for it. So now is the perfect time to look for that new job and submit your resume to those positions if that's you, okay? Number 50. We're almost there, y'all. We're getting close. Number 50. Here's something we can do right now as well, is evaluate where you are right now with your goals. We are in this month right now. It will be the end of first quarter soon, right? And so we still got 3 other quarters. Second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. Yeah, I'm claiming it still. It's common, y'all. So we're in a perfect place. You're in a perfect place right now to evaluate where you are as to where you said you wanted to be, with your health, with your finances, with your goals, with your business, with your career, with your personal life, with your relationships, with your relationship with the Lord. Evaluate really where you are. So at the end of this first quarter is January, February, and March. Second quarter is March, April, May, June, then July, August, September, October, November, December. We still got 3 quarters to go. So since we're here in first quarter, it's important that you recognize, how are you? What were the goals that you had for yourself? Are you reaching those goals? Have you obtained them? What are you doing daily, weekly to obtain those goals, to make sure you stay on track? For business owners out there, looking at your financials, how's your sales? Have you launched those programs and projects that you were going to launch? Have you started that yet? Have you looked at the resources that you need and identified resources that you may need for your business, etc.? I know I'm going to do another video for business owners later, but really evaluate where you are so you can really take this time to focus on what you need to do for the rest of the year. And I will tell you this, everybody. I travel a lot, but over the last 6 months, I've slowed down. I haven't told anybody that. And I've really been taking this time to focus on my business, and it's been a blessing. A blessing. There are coaches that I follow that, even though I may not be here live doing these videos, trust, know, and believe, a sister's over here working. And so I'm thankful for the people that I follow. I'm thankful for the people that I've invested in their programs, because it really has helped me. I see a tremendous change in my personal life and business. I wasn't going to mention, I'll mention it now, but last year went through some things. God is good, all is well, but I'm thankful to say that, I was able to work on debt, worked on increasing my income, worked on developing my businesses, worked on getting stable with certain areas. Letting go of people that shouldn't be in my life, that I didn't realize that they weren't supposed to be in my life. A lot has happened last year. So I've been quiet, just doing what God is telling me to do. And I would encourage you that it's not too late for you to do that right now. Even if you don't think you've reached your goals, or that you've kind of let those resolutions go aside. Perfect time now, 14 days, 30 days, whatever we got, for you to start focusing on yourself and your business again. So take this time to do it and be really honest with yourself. And don't beat yourself up if you haven't obtained all the goals you wanted. Knowing that you're able to start crossing off the list 2 or 3 things, you're moving in the right direction, okay? So don't be discouraged if you haven't obtained everything, but really take this time to evaluate where you are. That's where we mess up. We have these goals. We say we're going to do these things. We don't revisit it. We don't pick up the notepad. We don't have it on the wall. We don't have charts to cross off what we've done. We don't incorporate daily activities that will help us to make sure we're working towards that particular goal. Now is a perfect time to evaluate really where you are in your life and make those changes, make those switches, the switch. All right. So let's see here. Our next one that we have here. Now, I think I kind of got out of order for a second, so give me one moment, everybody. Let's see here. We have looking for a job, evaluating your goals. That was 50. So 51. It's important that you set new goals for the year too. So 51 is to set some new goals. So after you've evaluated where you are, you may have realized you need to make some changes, and that's okay. Make the changes and then set those new goals, and then start working towards those new particular goals. Now, number 53, pray together. Pray together. When was the last time your family prayed together? When was the last time that you sat down and had some honest conversations about how you're feeling or etc.? Take that time to be able to do that. And hold hands and pray and find scriptures to stand on so that they're all strong. You're all strong as a family. Yeah. Take that time to do that. Again, I really believe this time that we're in right now is a blessing. How do you see it? How do you see it? Okay. Now, number 55, I mentioned it already, but attend church services online. Again, you can still attend church services online, watch the sermons, and for those of you that have your churches, they have services already online. Go back to the website and revisit those videos and watch them again, but attend services online. Number 56, give yourself a manicure, and then 57, a pedicure. I know us ladies, we're used to going somewhere and having that done, but I challenge you to look and see what you have in your house. Now, hopefully the fingernail polish and stuff won't be that old, but give yourself a manicure and a pedicure. Soak your feet. Love on yourself. Take this time to really just pull things out and just take care of yourself. Love on yourself, okay? We already talked about exercising and stretching. That's number 58. Make sure you do take the time to stretch and keep that body moving. Be creative how you can work out at home. Be creative. And for some of you that already have, and yes, I'm going there. For those of you that already have the equipment at the house, how many of you already have some equipment at the house? You already got the weights. You already got the elliptical machine or whatever, treadmill or whatever. You already got the videotapes. Pull them out and do it and watch it. Okay, take care of yourself. That's one thing that we all realize right now is important, that we're healthy. That's the reason why we're having to do this, is to make sure we keep ourselves healthy and our family members healthy, right? So, pull out the equipment and take care of yourself. Work out. Okay. Here's the next one. Let's see here. 59, cook with your family. Cook with your family. Not just you cooking that new dish that we mentioned in another number, but get your family together. Identify something that you can make. Cook together. Yeah. And then take pictures of that. I think that would be beautiful to see. By the way, take pictures. Make memories. That's one thing that my friend always told me, is make memories. So even though we're going through this right now, make memories. Some good ones. Make some changes. Some good ones. Some life-changing. Some spiritual, uplifting, needing, soul-searching changes during this time. Make memories and love people. Make memories and love people. Here's another one. We're almost there, y'all. We're almost there. Everybody stretch for a second. I know when this idea came to me at night. And so literally last night, I was laying down and got up around 3 o'clock. And I said, okay, let me write this down, Lord. Okay. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to type. But I literally got up. I sat on the couch and I had my phone. Because a lot of things I do, I can write things out. But for me, I like technology. I would open my cell phone like I'm going to type an email to myself. And I type an email to myself, but down in the section for the words, I just kind of type or speak, and then it types for me. So I just got up, and what came to my mind, I'm like, okay, Lord, what do I need to say? What do I need to tell people tomorrow? And I just started writing down these tips. So that's why I know this list is long. I pray that this is a blessing to you. We're almost done. But you know me, normally I hang around the 20-minute type video. Or maybe an hour if it's a full training video. So I know this is kind of long. So thank you for bearing with me, everybody. But I got up in the middle of the night to make this list. And then more ideas came to me as well when I got up this morning. Okay. So for 59, make sure you cook with your family. Have fun with it. And again, do take pictures of that. I think that's going to be beautiful to see and good memories to make. Number 60, play board games. Some of you may have some old board games that you've had if you haven't thrown them away already. Play some board games. Spend time with your family and make it a family affair, and have some fun while you're there as well, making some new memories. Let's see here. Our next one, number 61, is actually sit down and talk to your family members. Like I mentioned earlier, take the time to sit down and talk about those hard issues, those hard topics. Even the things that's been the elephant in the room, or the things that you have been wanting to hide from. Now's the perfect time to get that out in the light and to talk about it and talk things through. Really have an honest conversation. That conversation that you know you should have had, have that one. And of course, go before the Lord to get peace and instruction on that. But have those conversations that you need to have. And love your family members. Love your family members. Let's see here. The next one we have on here is 62. Clean each room. I know we talked about one particular room, but how about, since we have these days here, right? One day could be focused on one particular room that we clean up. The family cleans up. The next day is another room is the focus. But actually take the time to clean your home, clean the rooms that you have in your home. Number 63, of course, to do laundry. I know that's something that we do all the time, but how about letting other people do it? Or just make sure you do get it done. Maybe you're that person where you know you haven't done the laundry and you need to get it done. Take the time to do it. Keep your house clean. We want to make sure that the house is clean. Okay. And then number 64, organize your room. This could be a perfect time for you to reorganize some rooms, some furniture, etc. Use wisdom with that. But now that you have the time to be in the home, you may want to have a new perspective on something and make some changes, move some things around. Be mindful of that. Something to think about. Something to think about. And then last but not least, number 65 is, again, you may want to take this time to look at your closet and purge items that you don't need anymore in your closet. Purge those items. So I wanted to make sure that you know that even though we're going through this crazy time right now, it seems uncomfortable. There's fear out there. People don't know what to do. People that have businesses are like, oh my goodness, what do I do? There are people that are having to come home and spend more time in the home and wasn't expecting to do that. Don't know what to do. My goal today is that you're able to identify at least 10 things from that list of 65. 10 things that you can do during this time. And what I would like for you to do is, out of everything on this list, what were the top 3? So for those of you watching this video live or even watching the replay, I want you to list what are 3 things that you're going to do, that the thing that stood out to you after or while watching this video, that you're going to do. I would love to be able to know that, to see how this has been a blessing and has helped you. So what are those top 3 things that you're going to do? Again, you can type that down below in the comments, as well as send me a private message if you want to do it that way. But I would like to know what those things that you're going to work on, how this training, this video has been helpful for you. And again, for those of you who need help with starting a business and you are interested in starting a business, again, private message me or comment below business. Say, I'm interested in starting a business, and I'll reach out to you because I will be having some training live for business owners, as well as having some training that I'm going to have with people who are interested too. There'll be private training. So if that's you, let me know. And then if you're the person that's saying, Kimberly, I really do, I'm looking for a job, or I want to look for a new position, or I need help with my resume, again, comment below resume, or just send your current resume to my email address, which is kbenjamin@hrstrategiesplus.com. And that way I'm able to see your resume, evaluate it for you, and give you your score, ranking, and some tips. You'll get that within 24 hours. So you all stay encouraged. I pray that this has been helpful. Again, if you need to go over this video and come up with a game plan, feel free to do so. While you're watching this video and other people came to mind, you think this could be a blessing to someone else, feel free to tag them in the comments down below so they're able to see it, or you can share the video as well, because I really believe, and my goal is that this is going to be a blessing to all of us during this time. Remember that God is still God. He's still on the throne. Don't operate in fear. Take care of yourself. Find scriptures to stand on. Watch your confession. And wash your hands. And stay healthy, everybody. Okay? Until next time, you all be blessed. And I'll be in contact with you soon. Bye-bye.